Kane, hi, come on in. How are you? Music seems way too loud for me. Yeah, well, I don't know. How's your day going? I can say that now. I can say day. Yay! Still can't see chat. That's fucking annoying. Beige, hi. Sorry, we are currently absolutely not on time and spamming the Discord. That's what we're doing. You know, it seems okay. Danny, hi. Well, come on in. And have a good look. Beige. Also brutal. Hi. How? But hi. How the fuck are you still awake? Japan is good. Japan is good. A bit weird for the streams, I have to say. You should be sleeping indeed. School, hi, welcome on in. It's currently 7:30 in the morning, which is a good timing for me, because I usually wake up at 6. Lately I've been waking up later, more like 7, so I am absolutely not awake yet. I'm spamming like a Discord and one of them are saying the word ass cannot be posted on this server. How? How am I supposed to survive if I can't say ass? It's a dramatic tech music thing. I agree. And yes, Danny, in the morning. I'm also getting my coffee at the same time, so it's cool. Hi. Good night to you too. And for those of you who don't know, give me like a second and
almost there. I'm almost there. I have 2 more servers to spam. And then we will be good. I think.
Jet lag is good. I don't really have jet lags often. I mean, not that it doesn't happen, but it's just one day usually, and it's a good okay thing, right? So yeah, press the button. Yes, I did. The coffee, right? That's the coffee, which is not coffee per se, but still is caffeine, and so it's like melting. It gave me a purple tongue, which is fun. Coffee, yeah, all that. And let me see. Cat, hi. Good morning. let me see if I can have the thing not break. I wish I could. Please. Yeah, but do I care? Yeah, I do. My hair is a mess. You can't see shit. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is weird. I don't know. It's always very much weird to start the stream early for me. Still, brain hasn't functioned yet. It is difficult. And Danny, yes, Santa Claus will come. I mean, already came. Like me. Right, I got I got all the setup, the new setup, which is the same as before, but in white. I can't pick up can I pick up the Stream Deck? The Stream Deck in white, all that. All these things are good. And like the mic, the arm, yesterday I bought like a humidifier, an air humidifier, and I don't know why I am like this. I mean, I do know why I'm like this, but I don't know why I'm like this. You know, air humidifier, they are like small things that just do vapors and that humidify the air in your room. That's the base of it. I went to the section, and when I clean the desk, yes, I will. I still have like a bit of a section on my left side that is absolutely ugly. But yeah, no. So the air humidifier thingy. I think I need a visual. I think we need a visual thing, right? So these types of stuff, almost both one of these, but I went in and I found these things, and they were called aroma diffuser. So just essential oils in the thing. And it didn't feel like a good option. So I went in the section. I stayed there for probably an hour, discussing with the employee of the store, who was speaking in Japanese, and my dumbass not being able to understand 90% of what she was saying, but still saying yes. I think from the outside it should have been fun, but I bought these, which is the most overkill air purifier that I could find. Basically, it's one that can do hot hair, cold hair, static, like air purifying as well. It's a good one. It was fucking expensive, but it's a good one. The thing is, I'm here for like 2 months, and then I need to put it somewhere else, and I don't know where that somewhere else will be. They don't speak English per se, which is very fun. The accent yesterday was very fun. Brutal, what do you have? Why do you have ads? Also, these sparkly thing are much cool. Let me... Oh, maybe I need that. But yeah, no, your sparkly emotes, much nice. 1 second. Please hold. Please hold. Come on. Took me a while. Come on. Why? Why does that fucking thing doesn't work? I don't. I hate when it does this. I'm trying to do something, it doesn't work. Anyways, the early modifier is a good buy, but I bought so many stuff. Thank you for these emotes. Where you at, bitch ass? Button, please. And now it works. In one go. What the fuck?
AOA underscore gifted Brutal Martyr a subscription.
No more
AOA underscore gifted a tier 1 sub to Brutal Martyr.
No more ads. For a bit. That's the power of mods, right? Mods get free subs. That's what I decided. So yeah. Damn it. So going back to the Christmas Santa Claus thingy, the amount of shit that I bought already basically means it is Santa Claus coming to my place. And the thing that I wanted to showcase was this. We use this. I don't even know if you can see shit here, but yeah, we use this. We use this this app that has Japanese on top and English at the bottom, and when you speak, it records, and then it translates it immediately, which is pretty cool. And or we use the regular Japan to English translation. She used the Apple one, which is which is cleaner. Looks cleaner as well, but it's a good thing. I don't know why. Here, thank you. So yeah, Bahimo, hi, welcome on in. How are you? All is good. All is good. And so, as I said, I have saved over the past 2.5 years. I have saved around 40k to move here and do stuff here, and yeah, I spent 6k already. That's a lot. That's a lot. Like buying the light, buying the Google Home, buying all that. Then it does translate things wrong, but it's fine. font as in font here, or font here? Which side? Bottom chat? I have absolutely no clue of the font that is used here. I think it's one of the defaults of Stream Element, which you still have its call. You still have the emote. I mean, it's still showcased for me, so I don't know. And I feel like I missed something in chat again, as always. The job thingy, yes. They redeemed it. Okay. Sorry, my dumbass is still asleep. Wrong chat, but still should exist. I agree. So I'm still working at my job officially. I was on vacation until tomorrow. Basically, today is my last day of vacation. No work. I'm coming back to the office as a remote worker on Monday, and because of the time zone difference being it's currently 1 in the morning basically in France right now when I will start to work, so the allocated time that I will have to discuss with the French people is as limited as I want it to be. So I think I will have like a 2-hour slots at the end of each day to be able to discuss the thing that I did during the day, which I think is a good way of being more efficient during the meetings that we will have. And also because of the way that the Japanese people work, and specifically my partner ending work at 4:30 in the afternoon. She has like the afternoon for herself, but she starts like very fucking early. So we'll do things, we'll see things, we'll try things. Right? It's 1 in the morning. I agree. Oh damn! Fuck! I see my hairs and I'm like, ugh. That's not good. That is not good. So, overall, right, I'm keeping the same job, which is good. I'm getting paid in euros, which is very good at the moment. If you've seen, if you know, if you don't know. Oh, we are going down, good. So the yen value, brutal, thanks a lot for the night time. The yen value is 145, which means compared to last time, which was a 113, it's right. I think last time I came was around here. So 120, 113s, meaning that the conversion rate was easier for me, but now that it's 150 basically, it means that I have like a 25% discount on everything. And now you can pay with your credit card in more spaces, yes, but It's some places just accept cash, which is still interesting. But I pay with my transport card, which is a thing here. We have a card called the this week card, which is a transport. Like if you have metro, subways, or whatever, you have a card for it. This is the base, and you can travel the entirety of Japan with it. And some of the benefits of that is you can pay. It's basically a credit card without being a credit card. Feels hi, welcome on. And yeah, Kat, have a bit of a fall asleep moment. I appreciate you, Loki. So, I have my phone and I can just pay stuff with it, just charge the card and then pay stuff. So, it's interesting. And it's like countrywide, so I can do whatever the fuck I want with this, which is fun. Oh. Sorry. Oh, I'm still waking up. Please, wake up. Wake up. So, what is the most fun thing is the conversion rate makes everything like at a discount, basically. And so, everything that I bought right now, really much feels like Score. I need to check it out. Really much feel like everything is cheap, and for example, I bought a jacket that I think is now my most expensive clothing item that I bought for myself. I'm going in a very expensive restaurant next month because I can, and it's cheap-ish. So, yeah. Skull, did you send me a question? You just sent me a friend request. Damn it. You just got home from work, Phil? What time is it for you? Like, is it much, very late? Brutal, what's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? I am so tired. It's 1 a.m, right? Yeah. Same time. Same time. And so, Denny, the thing that I'm trying to achieve right here is, because I know that I would love to live here, but my partner doesn't really, doesn't want to stay here forever and kind of want to move to France. I am thinking about the thing that I can do, and I'm thinking about creating like landing zones where I can just travel and have all my things. And so I'm currently duplicating wardrobes, duplicating tech, duplicating all the things that I need to like live, which is fucking expensive on the spot, but that also means it helps me with taking a plane, for example, I can just have a backpack with my computer and like some stuff. Sloth, hi, welcome on in. Like maybe underwear, like 2 pairs of underwear and a t-shirt just in case. But yeah. Brutal, what did you want me to say? What did you want to say to me? Sorry. You say A 3 times and then didn't say anything. Yeah, I do speak French. I am French by default, but we speak English in here. Yeah, more comfortable. I mean, as I think it was Fios or Ginny that said that last time. Maybe not Fios. I forgot, whichever. Traveling with tech because it's packed and that the X-ray thing doesn't go through cable or laptops or stuff like this. If you have many in your bag, then you get a pat down and you get checked up after the gate of the plane and all that. So if you just have like a laptop in a backpack, like it's cable, they're like, okay, fine, it can go through. So right now, if I can do that, if I can have an iPad that stays there and maybe I'm even thinking about having a laptop or computer that stays in one space. Like if I could have a streaming PC in Japan and a streaming PC in France, and both being linked to the same Google Drive thing, meaning that if I do some changes on one side, because of OBS and stuff, how I set it up, it could be amazing. Did the message go through now? Yes, it did. So the fuck counter, you should have asked on the in chat score. That would have been better. The fuck counter is through Stream Element. If you do exclamation mark fuck as Phil just did, goes through Stream Element. The automation of the fuck counter was going through StreamerBot. So every time that there was the word that was said going through the mic and that StreamerBot picks it up, it goes through. However, StreamerBot being not available here on Mac, I can't have it, so that's why every fuck doesn't count. You are allowed to type them so fast, but I forgot how much. I think it's like a 3 seconds delay or something. Not even, right? Well, I can do that. So StreamerBot is good, but Mac, so annoying. And oh, you are not allowed to spam. I'm sorry. I am sorry. And Brutal, have a good rest of your day. I mean, have a good night, specifically. And yeah, Bahimo, I for the English stuff, French stuff. StreamerBot, yeah, streamer.bot. Easiest URL that you can find. You just type streamer.bot on Google and you will find it. It's a very good software, and I'm currently using Atom, which I think this, yes, I'm currently using this on Mac, which helps to do the transitions and things like this. Thanks a lot, Phils. It's not as good as Streamabot yet, but it will be. So I'm waiting. And then yes, the thing with the Japanese citizenship is Norms. Hi, welcome on. It is the most complicated citizenship to get if you are not Japanese, or if you don't have like a Japanese parent or ancestry in a way. And it's like, I would have an easier time getting like a citizenship in a neighbor countries from France, but yeah, it's the most annoying thing. The thing of Japan citizenship is, if you want the Japanese citizenship to be recognized and have like a passport that says Japan on it, which currently the Japanese passport is the strongest passport in the world. You can do whatever the fuck you want with the Japanese passport, so very good. But it is just, they requires you to renounce your other citizenship. You cannot have double nationalities or double citizenship, really, if you are Japanese. The only one, and that's the benefit that I have, the only one that they can't do anything about is the French, which is me, which is good, because you cannot renounce your French citizenship or nationality. Like, it's, if you have been French at some point, like born French, you cannot renounce it. You are by law not like, yeah, you cannot get rid of the French. Sadly, cannot get rid of the French. But yeah, have a good bedtime, Skull. Thanks a lot for stopping by. I appreciate it. It's nice. Like, it's if we get married at some point, yes, it would be easier. We don't know yet. We were thinking about it at some point. We were heavily thinking about it at the beginning of the pandemic, because, right, it would have been way easier for me to just get married and then have the ability to just move here with no issues. But it feels so weird, right, to get married just to get like an easy access to a country. It's like, it feels weird. So I don't know. Yeah, you need to live there 10 years, which is very fast, to be honest. 10 years, not so much. You can get it in 5 or 7, if I remember correctly, if you apply multiple times, but usually it's 10 years, yeah, which is a long time, but also yeah, that's it. Right now, finding ways to see if I can have like an extension of visa from here. That's the plan for today. I will do my best to go to the French embassy, which is not so far away from here. It's like a 30 minutes walk, so I might do that. And see if I can apply directly to the French embassy there, which I am a bit scared because I haven't used French in like 3 weeks, basically. No, 2 weeks. Haven't used French in 2 weeks, so I hope they speak English in the French embassy of Japan. I don't know. No, I haven't. I don't speak French on the daily. I speak English on the daily and or a bit of Japanese, but that's not. Speaking French is not something that I do. I know, but it's like weird. And the same thing. So my partner said she went to like having a drink with her friend last week, and her brain didn't not register, but like flip back to full Japanese. So she had like an English-based Japanese conversation with her friend, and it was weird. I mean, she said it was weird. The friend said it was weird as well. So I think it's the same thing. Yeah, no, the French thing. We can't have it. We can't have the French thing at the same time because Snap Camera doesn't work with Atom yet. So yeah. So it's weird. It is weird. Yeah, Cat is Italian, Score is Italian. No, Score is not Italian. CK is Italian, but Canadian most. A lot of Italian here. Sassy, hi, welcome on in. Have a good look. I hope you're good. But it's also not the right snap camera French lens. I wish I could find back. Where is the one that we have? No, that's not. It's not good. I mean, she's probably sleeping at that instant, right? I can turn into a thing. Sorry, that's not. I mean, I'm very low, but still. Trying to find the filter itself, but right, the right filter. Oh! That took the nose. I can't find the fucking thing. That's good. That is good. Thank you for the fuck counter. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, that's bad. That's bad. I might have broke something. Yep. kind of broke something. It's fine though. It is fine. I don't know if I can turn into a potato. I can. Okay, good. Anyways, let me read chat because it is late for actually, yes. Movement in crypto, we had like a pump on ETH yesterday, 2 days ago, but not much. Nothing really interesting right now. It's just, if you can accumulate, and then when things will go back up, it will be fun. It will be fun. Billy's saying you need to eat something. I don't have anything. So sad. Random flag was the French flag, I think. And yeah, then you should invest now when everything is down. Like when everything is red is the best time to invest, basically. So all that. But in Bitcoin, I don't think Bitcoin will have much more gains in it yet. As I said, right, my best trade that I did was a $14 investment turning into a 4K return. That was neat. That was a neat return on a micro cap, but that happened once, and then I lost to 20K. So, you know. Cat, I'm sorry. It is, yeah. Crypto is not good. I mean, it is good, but it's just... Yeah, I agree. The thing with Dot and Matic is they have been here for so long and haven't moved that I am skeptical of their ability to like have a wave. I think some of the meme coins that we have are in a better place, like the cat girl or the fox girl coins, the Shiba coin, things like this will have a bit of a rally when things go back up. I think that's really what will happen. We will have the people that just there is a cat girl coin that made me a ton. Like the cat girl had the most infuriating spike that we have seen in crypto, in like we were at nothing. So as you can probably see, the coin itself is nothing, right? You have so many zeros before the value. Right now it costs nothing. What happened was we were at nothing, and then we basically spiked at still nothing, but basically a 1000x, and it just went up so high. I think I bought around here, and then it went back up, and now I'm like low on it. But the amount, the volume traded in the 24-hour slots, which is what you have in the second number right here, we were trading $49 million per 24 hours slice. So on a daily basis, there was like about 40 millions that was just moving across this thing. And currently we are still in a 500,000 transfer thing, so it still exists. It's not as good as before, but I have like some hope for this bitch ass thing to go back up. But also, right, we never know. And there is a lot of coins like these things. Yeah, that's basically what I did. That's what happened with my I think it was the give me a second. I have, what the fuck is my portfolio? I may have getting rid of it. Yes, I did. I have had so many coins that just went up and then went down, as they all do. But when you look at my charts, everything is going down. Look at that shit. At some point I was at 35k earning, and then now nothing at all. It's fine though. NFTs are good. I mean, you can find stuff here. The thing that I will say about NFT, which I say every time, but you are already using NFTs. You already have NFTs in your wallet, physical wallet, and you don't know about it. It's just called differently, but you have. Like every time that you go to the store and you buy something, you get an NFT, you get a receipt, and the receipt has a number, and that number is just printed on a piece of paper, but it's the same thing as an NFT. And so you have NFTs already, you just don't know that they are NFTs. I'm trying to see if I have like a receipt right now. I think I do, in my jacket, which is not there. Anyways, every time that you buy something online, you get a receipt, and that is an NFT. Yeah, for the resale value, yes, when there is a resale, but Cat, I think it does, but it's broken, but it works. It's a bit sad. That's a bit sad. Let me see. 1 second. even my Behance profile gave me my NFTs. Why the fuck are they so big? I have so many shit right there. So many cubes. I think my most Bahimo, have a good night. Have a good night. Oh, they changed the profile thingy. I have so many NFTs. Many. That are expensive as shit. But they are cool. We love these things. But yeah, no, it's how can I explain that? The NFT thing is just a proof of ownership, specifically on what we have. So the NFTs that all the people on the internet were raging about last year, basically, and the reason why most people didn't understand is because they used the profile picture NFTs as an example, whereas your plane tickets is an NFT already. Your ticket to a concert is an NFT already, right? You can resell your plane tickets potentially on some websites, or resell your concert event tickets somewhere, and it will be okay. And your NFT is the same thing. If you think the NFT is the art cover, then you're wrong. The NFT itself is or was just the proof that you bought the thing. So it's the number of the ticket, and that being linked to an account that is you. And feels that depends on the author of the NFT. Maybe you can have in your contract the fact that you don't want royalties, which will be weird. But yeah, currently what's happening is, let's say you buy an album on iTunes. I don't fucking know where you buy albums nowadays, but you buy a digital version of music. When you get that, the artist is getting like a cut, but that's it. And you can't really resell it yourself, so the artist doesn't get like a percentage of that. But if you could, they would probably get a small cut, like a 0.1% cut on the sale. And so what we have now on the NFT world is most likely people have like a 25% cut. So, or 10% cut, or whatever. On the NFT that I bought, the thing that I do is I buy them at a specific price. I do 10x on the price at which I bought it, in order to give the same amount of value to the creator if it resells, which makes them fucking expensive. But right, that's the thing. The current hype around NFT is the fact that, as Phil is saying, the creator will have a cut and get something back from a secondary sales, which is good, but also more complicated, because most of the time the secondary sales is at a higher price than the first one. I mean, lately it's the opposite. So, right, anything NFT related that is visual, which currently is the case, anything that is here, if you go to my profile, you can click on them. Let's say you like this one, you can find that thing, and if you really like it, you can go full screen, and then you can put video in a new tab or save the video as, and you get the video for yourself. It doesn't mean that it's yours, but the media, the art itself, is available for anyone. It's not free to use, but it's free to get. So that's where most people were like, yeah, you can have access to whatever the fuck you want, which I agree. You can just get stuff, but the ownership is mine, which doesn't mean shit, to be honest. On a piece of digital art like this, doesn't mean shit. The thing that is more interesting is what Kane is working on, or has been working with, which was or is an NFT platform that sells tickets and or event stuff, which was good or is good because it has like a physical bound to it. One of my I can't show you that. One of my I forgot their name. That's a lot of boobs. Sorry. Do you think I can find that? Yeah, that's. I mean, my feed is. I'm trying to find a specific creator, but of course, when they are French. That's one thing I know. But I forgot their fucking name. Yeah, nah, I don't know. So there is a French NFT creator. I mean, it's basically an artist now who is selling their paintings or sculpture. It's a bit of a weird combination of things as NFT. And so if you get the NFT, you get the physical as well, which is really interesting. So where to buy NFTs? You can go on Foundation, which I think you have in my merch link right here. The Foundation app. You get rid of the AOA at the end, and you get basically that website. In here you have all the NFTs that are on the Foundation. Some of them are expensive, some of them are not my style. You can go there. So that's on the Ethereum network, and then you have a lot of exchanges that exist. You have a lot of exchanges that exist, and you can go with a lot of things. The Ethereum network is more expensive than anything else at the moment, and so the thing that you buy in there will cost you a lot. The other place is OpenSea. OpenSea is good-ish. Like, it's okay. You have a lot of options. Anything now? Yeah. Building falling apart. No, that's not true. The OpenSea thing right now, all the you can resell these things for more if you have the options. I knew that won't cut it. So, right, I have a ton of them on. Shit, I have a ton of them on OpenSea as well, and some of them give me what is called utility in the NFT world, which means I get access to things that if I didn't have that, I wouldn't. So, for example, the Exodia card give me access to the Exodia dashboard. The last Raptor will give me access to the Raptor dashboard. My D Animal will give me access to the game. This one gave me access to my Ethereum name, which I think I need to renew soon. The one I created. This one gave me early access to this artist's sales. And so, right, you can get a lot of things. But you can, if you wanted to, you can resell them for a higher price. It's not really the time, like right now, people can't really resell for a higher price because, well, everything is down. So right now everything is on sales. That's what I'm saying. So if you have like high valued NFT that you like or that you have seen that you think is interesting, you can easily get them for a lower price at that instant, because there is a lot of people who just leave. It's long-term things. The main issue is you cannot predict when and what will be back in popularity in the next 2 years. That's not a thing that we can do. We can say, well, this thing is looking cool, maybe it's interesting, maybe it works, but like, it is like people are giving me like a tenth of the price at which I bought these things as offers, and I don't know, it's just not good. It's not good. But for me, the main thing that needs to be, or what you need to keep in mind, is any NFT that is relying on the visual, right? Like these, to, how can I say that? Like, these ones are basically just profile pictures with access to a dashboard. Like, the dashboard is here. Well, looks like looks like they don't want me. Okay, good. So the dashboard that I get, right? Right now I have nothing in my portfolio, so they won't be able to give me like a lot of interest, but they have some analytics on the thing that I bought and the prices fluctuation of the collections when there are collections, and it's interesting, but also more complicated. So I don't know. But this one, for example, was really, really stable, and then now went down. The Raptor went up for some reason in the last months. So things like these, this is the utility that goes with or come with the Raptor NFT. As soon as I sell that NFT, I don't have access to that dashboard anymore. So even though this thing is slow as fuck and not good and all that, it could still be like a beneficial thing in the long term, but it's I don't know. It's a difficult thing to explain at that instant, because as I said, anything or everything is currently down, so no one is buying or non-buying. I mean, everyone is trying to sell, but no one is buying. That's basically what's happening. So the amount of return that you can have at that instant, not good. But I don't think I will be able to make some profit in the next 2 years. I think I would potentially at the end of the next 2 years, like 2024, maybe 2023, beginning of 2024 is my time frame, because we need the thing to go back up. So right now, if I sell for the same amount of ETH, it's a deficit like crazy. Like, if I buy something at 1 ETH and I sell it at 1 ETH, but the ETH price is like 3K when I bought it and 1K when I sell it, technically I get 1 ETH, but I'm losing money. So, not good. Anyways, these NFT, these NFT things that have like benefits or website link to them, these are interesting, but also the project themselves die very soon, so a lot of them are not good. And the Cat Girl one also have NFT links to them. They're a bit useless as far as I know, but I don't know. It's a weird thing. It is a weird thing. What the? Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I don't fucking know. I don't think it's a good idea to invest right now, because we are still in a very uncertain time of the amount of money that we can have and can keep with us, and buying shit on the internet that don't give you something back immediately right now is absolutely not a good idea. And if you have the ability to invest in stocks, that would be much better rather than investing in NFTs. That's what I'm doing. It's way safer. Damn, still. Still tired. Right, like for example, I have these. How can I explain that? These are nodes, and so basically they are Ethereum validator, which means I have a I mean, you can invest $1 out of the 70. Right in the blockchain network, any nodes is validating itself, but also others which are linked to them. And so I own 5 nodes, and these nodes are just saying, yes, this person in that cluster has that amount of money in their account. And when I'm validating one of the transactions, I get a reward. So the reward here is just pumping up until it reaches 100, which right now I think I have 2 of them that are dead, and yeah, more of them needs to go up. Good, cat, that is good. That, yeah. The chat is so far away I can't read it. It's annoying. So these validators nodes right now, because the Ethereum network have changed, are less interesting now. So right now I have my fees in 10 days. I'm thinking about not paying it, just cashing out this and transferring it to something else, potentially. It depends on how that coin will do, but right now it's not doing good. And so investing in stocks, if you look at my investment plan, which I love to see, is this is my 1 day going down, right? And then on the months we are going down. Sorry, on the week you are going down. On the months we are going down. On the year we are going down. And the max we're going down. So I love it because I'm investing in things that are proven to continue earning even when the market crashes, and because I'm buying every 2 weeks, basically, every time the prices go down, I get more of my investment, basically. So it's a very good thing when you see red in the market. I mean, for investors, it's the best time to invest when it's red. It's like you invest when it's red, you sell back when it's high in green, and then it goes back down, and you sell and you buy again. So since I invested in this thing, right now I'm at nothing. Like, I'm stable, but also compared to the first thing that I invested in, I'm positive. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. But as always, for the people who want to invest, that I'm not telling you to do so, right? Not advice. And never put more money than what you can lose. So on the crypto thing, I lost 24k, right? 24k in euros that just disappeared in crypto. And right now, because the market in crypto is extremely low, it's gone. Unless unless it goes back up, in which case maybe I haven't lost 24k. But because I haven't sold anything, it still doesn't exist. But technically, I went from 35k to 9k now, so there's like 24k-ish just moved. So I don't recommend investing things that you can't afford to lose. So for me, 24k is basically the maximum that I could potentially lose. Right now I can't reinvest, which is sad because now is the time to reinvest. But I wish I could have the 24k today to reinvest them like today. But I can't. I lost them already. So they will come back, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they won't. We will see. We will see. Oh, anyway. Let me go refill the water. Water.
Art Levain is now following.
I've been speaking without the mic. I'm sorry, but let's say that again. Art Levine, or Levan. Welcome on in, thanks a lot for the follow. I don't know if you heard any fucking thing of Stream Element, but how are you? Who are you? How did you find stream? And yes, P right back is the thing. We always do. We always do. Thank you, Phil, for the fuck counter. Appreciate it. The tide is creeping on me. At least I have water. Designer as well. You're the Twitch. Andrew, how are you? Welcome on in. How are you? How have you been? It's been a while. Isn't it No, it's good. It's a good time for you. You're a designer as well. Welcome on in. So, is it Levan? How should I pronounce your name? And also, you probably have an ad at that instant, which means that you can't see me do stuff or hear me do stuff unless you have the best ad blocker. I'm good, Andra. I'm good. I'm in Japan right now, which is good. Finally. Oh, brain is fighting so bad. You don't annoy. You don't annoy me. You ask a good question. You go by art, good. Have a good dinner time then. It's dinner for you, so you're probably US based, I'm guessing. The music is at the same time tiring and not tiring. I am currently in Japan. I'm currently in Tokyo, Japan, which is far away from you because it's Friday for me. It's still Thursday for you, I think, right? Yeah. And usually we are in France, so usually middle time zone, but right now way too far away. But yeah, welcome on in. If you're a designer as well and you're learning design, you're in the right place, I guess. If you have any question, feel free to ask. We usually work on Figma and shit, but since I came here, our ability to do some design stuff has decreased greatly because I'm not touching Figma. I haven't touched Figma in so long for no reason. But what the fuck? But usually we are here. It's supposed to do stuff in there, but nothing happens. Nothing happens. Stony, hi. You arrive at the right time. How are you? How was your sleep? Did you sleep? I need to wake up. I need to wake up as well. Please, Andra, ask questions. Yes, give me questions. And sloths, yes, of course. Give me a link or a screenshot or a thing. I can take a look at it. First, work with a collab board. Good. You mean the Fig Jam stuff? Or you mean something else? This is so scary. This chair is so scary to me. Um, way too short. Go back to sleep then. Go back to sleep. I need to go back to sleep as well. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that would be the schedule, right? I wake up with my partner at 6 something in the morning. I stream for like 2.5 hours. And then I go back to bed. And I sleep for 4 more hours. So, layout changes. You sent me these. And when you think about it, okay, good. Andra, what do you mean by writing things on the labels? There are things that I don't understand in your sentence. Over wiki, but sometimes they told me to put all in the label. Stoney, take your time. I kind of wanted to check that as well. So in the meantime, Sloth sent us a screenshot and said the idea that everything belonged under notebook, repeating it, the breadcrumb felt useless. So Andra, in the label that seems like a lot of text in a small area, I would say if you have like some of the stuff that I do, I was looking for the trackpad. Some of the stuff that I do, where you at? Around here, maybe. Models, right? Models, yeah, right there. I do this. I have a small text section next to none of my elements that just says this is informational, and so I have a title for some specific stuff, overlapping elements, and then some description of how these things should work or are working, and maybe that's what you're looking for. It's a bit of a weird thing, but it helps, specifically on the, I think it's on the application navigation, maybe I have that. No. I did put them somewhere. The fuck? Yeah, same thing here. I mean, I basically duplicated the same shit over and over because it's easier for everyone. Even for me to explain the same stuff. That's a good question. And then please ask your question as well. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? So it depends on the thing that you're trying to do. The best example that I would have for description of how things work, if it's a description of a component, use the component description as an option. You have that somewhere. I forgot where the fuck it is, but you have that somewhere. But if it's descripting or documenting your process-ish, then maybe a Notion file or a text file next to it could help. It is, I mean, I don't think when you're talking about the label, right? That's what you call the label, that thing, the name of the layer. Or am I making a mistake, not understanding things? Also, sloth. This is weird, but I get it. But this is weird. So, I'm trying to find how to explain stuff easily. Billy's just wanting to. Navigations, I don't think it's in there. Right. I forgot where the fuck I put that. In breadcrumbs, yes, that makes more sense. Indeed, breadcrumbs is where things should be. So the way that we usually do them is either with slashes or with arrows, but there is no drop down options like these. This is a bit too complicated to understand for a user. What I'm understanding here is you want your user to have the ability to switch from things in the same level place, right? So you have your category, and then that thing is a sub, and then that sub may have another sub, right? That's your basic thing. But what you're saying is maybe that's the thing that you have, right? You get the let's arrange that in a proper manner, because otherwise it won't make sense to me. If it doesn't make sense to me, it won't make sense to you either. That is usually the truth. Let me put that on the side. Right, if that's your pattern, and you're like, I have my category 1, and then I have my category 2, and I have category 3, which basically for you is personal notebook, which is the main top level menu. Then what you're saying is you can swap from what is displayed as content, and then your subcategory right here is currently my first page. Maybe this is my second page. And And so they have, at the same level of importance, you have potentially multiple things. Then if I went to this thing, which is a sub into my first page, I would have like another things right there. And if I have other things on the same level, it will give me the ability to switch. This behavior, even though is a good thinking, it works, it's an okay thing, it's not something that we are used to, and there is like a lot of things going on. Can I not zoom in? You dumb fuck. No, I can't? Okay. Like, dumb bitch. What the fuck is... Why? I hate my trackpad.
It doesn't want to zoom in. I hate it.
Thank you. So, and then Daniel will read your question. You have an icon here that is telling me that you are coming from my notebook. So you're in my notebook, and then it goes to personal notebook, which is, so, right, top category, subcategory, personal notebook. And then here you have an icon here, an icon here, and an icon here. It's a bit cluttered. And so that's why we use and recommend just these, and getting like the main parent category first. So for your home, basically for you, it would be my notebook. So it would be my notebook, personal notebook, and then one thing, and the current page. But then if you wanted to go back to that level to see everything else that is available in personal notebook, you need to go back to home to then be able to dive down to another section. So I think the only change that you need to do is getting rid of this drop down selector menu, because it doesn't make a lot of sense for breadcrumbs if you want to use it as a breadcrumb. Maybe it's not a breadcrumb, maybe it's a new thing that you just created and that no one knows about. But I don't know. It feels weird. Feels weird. And Andrew, I'm sorry for I don't understand what you call label. But maybe it's the same thing as the thing that I did. I don't know. I'm sorry. So Danny, the question is, should I put some of my best projects on the portfolio? Really picking each down some projects which will work for the industry I want to work for. Hashtag ads. Hashtag ads. I'm dying. I am dying. Tell me when you're back. Why am I so tired? So, yes and no. It depends. I can open the dev in mobile mode. That is true. That is true. Then the usual recommendation is always the same, right? It's put stuff that you want to do in your portfolio. So some of my best projects that I have content for are branding projects. I don't do branding. It's not something that I like to do. I mean, I enjoy it, but it's not the thing that I would love to do. So, most likely, would have to say, put in your portfolio the thing that you want to do in the future. That being said, if you don't have enough content for your portfolio yet in the fields that you want to go to, then that's right, Sterling. Yeah, okay, fine. Oh, right. If you don't, as I said, if you don't have enough project to showcase in your portfolio, then maybe it's easier to just get your best work showcased, and then that works. But still, good. Andrea, you said, do I need to descript all the design frame to frame or just the flow? That's a very different question indeed. That is a very different question indeed. Let me see if you can not hear that. Damn it. So, you will hear it later. Let me give you the best designer answer that you will always hear. It depends. So it will depend on some specifics. I'm working on something that could help potentially, but might not. I don't know. Tell me if that has a thing. So I have a component, right? That is this. This is my base, main component, which is set up to have my layout for the content of my app. It has many things, and it's currently defined as the how can I say that? Least descriptive, most layouty thing that I could. Weird. And so my goal here is to get this to my dev and explain how this thing is created. Specifics being something like this, for example. So if I do a page deconstruct, you get how the header is looking, how the sidebar is looking, how the subheader and the content is behaving together, and then all that inside of a frame as a page layout, building showcase, and then you get the preview within a page. So the thing that I would explain and describe to the rest of the team to understand is basically in these things, next to these, right? I have explanatory frames that just helps to understand how things are behaving and how things are constructed in my site. Right now, I can see that this bitch ass thing didn't work. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Okay. I need to change that. Yep. So I get descriptive content for some very specific things. And so if I go back to my layout stuff, right? Here, as I said, I have my main layout that contains how things are constructed. But then, because I don't want to bother myself with recreating that layout every time for every, like, for data, for collection, for process, and for the subviews and all that, I want it to be just one thing. So I use the component here. And then the main difference from data to collection, for example, is the titles in the sidebar and the content in the main content card right here. So what I did is I created the content cards as a sub component, and they have all of their variations and all the things that I wanted to create in there, right? All that in a very simple version for now, because we are still in an early-ish stage of that redesign. But the goal for me here is to get descriptive on the main layout and how it's built, and then descriptive on each content card that will be then included in here, right? So this is the main component, and then I have my content card that has changed. Same thing here, same thing here, same thing here. Just content cards changed, and then I can play with stuff, do some changes, make things look good and descriptive, or as descriptive as I want them to be. But the description will go on the specific rather than all the frames. So to re-answer your question, not a frame by frame, because you don't really need to re-explain the same frame a second time. The thing that I would love to see as a dev or as another designer in the team is I want to be able to say, this thing changed, and this specific thing that has changed from the previous frame is where you need to focus your attention to. So specifically, right, if I had rows in a table, the specific attention to the detail that I want to have is how the fuck does a row look when it's on hover? How the fuck does a cell look when it's on hover? Do we have an animation in the check? Do we have an animation in uncheck? Can we have an animation, a specific animation on check all? Or is there, or are there states for the buttons right there that needs to be visible and displayed and explained to another team member? Because right now, right, when you look at this, you're like, yeah, it's fine. It looks okay. The design is fine. I mean, I think so. But then maybe you go in the prototype mode, and you will see things that you haven't seen before, as in, right, I'm here, and now I have my hover state. Okay, so you now have the hover state. Interesting. I didn't expect this to work that way, but That's the way that it works. Okay, good. Maybe when I click, it does something. And now I have a set of stuff. Okay, good. How the button behave. They have hover state that I couldn't see before. So all of these things are stuff that needs to be defined and described to the people who will need to see things. So, right? This thing is just so broken. That these transitions, for example, are important to make sure that people understand and all that. So your description and your documentation on your frames is not on a frame by frame basis, but most likely on a specific by specific basis. You still need a global description at some point. I would say in my Figma layout, what I have most of the time is either on top or on the left side, I get my main components, and my main descriptive documentation is next to these things. The reason for that is the components are the elements that are reused across that specific page and or seen for the first time in that specific feature. And so I need to explain how they work, how they behave. Do they behave, or are they just static? Do they have states and these things? So the documentation is going usually in the top left of the page, because that's where people start to read things, right? They will be around here, and they look for stuff, and then there is a frame next to it, and a frame next to it, and a frame next to it. So they go in an horizontal manner. That's the way that I like to organize my file. That doesn't mean that it's the way that you will like to organize your file, but you could. It is so the base thing is, do not over describe, because I mean over describing is not an issue. Let me say that. Over describing is not an issue. It's most likely a good thing, but depending on who you are describing for, if it's for other designers or devs or your managers, they have different requirements. So before you start the descriptive process of defining what needs to be describing what, I would highly recommend you to sit down with the people who will have to read the documentation and make sure that the thing that you want to write fits with the thing that they need. Because I could explain some stuff about how I chose the color or the placement or whatever, but in the end, if the other person that is reading the documentation is another designer, they know why we have made these decisions. However, if the other person is a dev, maybe they don't know, and so that descriptive information is important to them. But right, the difficult thing. Documentation is difficult. Anyways. And Danny, for your portfolio thing, you said that they usually have one app, one website, and one desktop app. It depends on what the fuck you're doing. Same thing. So if you are if you are someone who wants to do desktop stuff, then put some desktop stuff. If you don't want to do app design, like you don't want to play with phones, don't put a mobile app in there. You could easily showcase that you have the ability to do mobile stuff by having a desktop website or desktop app that has the desktop version and the responsive mobile version. And if you do that, then you prove to a potential hiring manager that you have the skills to do responsive, and so that you have the skills to do mobile and web. In which case, well, that's what you want, basically. So I would say that. And Stony, you said you made layouts in different components, so it should be a little easier for me to make changes. Okay, good. And you're telling me that I need to reload. Alright. We are reloading. And it is not just loading. Fine. Good. Ooh. That half-tone Agent Carter showcase. Anyways, that's not the thing. Yeah. Right, I need to reload the mobile version for it to properly load, right? I think. Can you please wake up? Sorry. So yeah, Denny, if you do like to do apps, and that's the thing that you want to do, then focus on apps. Showcase apps. Apps is good. Apps is fine. I talked about that before, but I don't know where we stand on this. And that makes no sense, Stony. I think I have 5 sit-ups. I can't. Sit-ups? I could. No, I can't. Did I disable muscle time? The fuck you at? What is it? I did. So this is not good. I hate it. I think I said that multiple times already, but you kind of explain why, but I still hate it. It still makes no sense to me. So, like, the back button is just not good. Not a good option. I don't. So on click, it needs to go somewhere. Anyways, you know, your navigation has issues. Really? Interesting. The UX research process that I have is so weird. Your navigation is not fine at all. Like, look at any Android apps that you have and find one of them that has the hamburger menu that change place depending on where the fuck you stand. Like, it should be at the back button arrow at all times and not move. Like, this makes no sense. This never happened. Also, as you can probably see, your logo is cropped if you have the 3 icons right there, so really your navigation is fucked. Anyways, time to redo the navigation, yes. What the fuck did we say? Oh yeah, no, the UX process. That's Denny's question. My UX research process is very simple and very chaotic at the same time. So what's happening is, because I have so much years of experience, my brain makes connection with things that I've seen. I'm sorry. With things that I've seen in the past, and so when it comes to research, most of the time, when it comes to layout and UX research, what happens is the solution that you find and the solution that you go for is usually a mashup of all the things that you've seen before that match the pattern that you're trying to recreate. So, talking about that hamburger menu that just changed space or place for some reason, I don't know how that happened, good job. Right, I am happy now. So the pattern of hamburger menus, if we do a bit of research on layout, you go on Pinterest, that's the place to go. You look for hamburger menu UI design, right? Mobile UI design even can do that much better. And then here you look at Commander Jelly. Hi, welcome on in. How are you? I think everyone is good. And so here, the thing that you want to check is where things are located, what is the pattern. So you just look at stuff. Let me zoom in a bit. So you can see more stuff. And you look at the pattern of things, right? You have an hamburger menu that is on the top left, and then expand, and it's a slide above type of menu. This one is the same thing, but it's a slide under. Different names for the same shit, anyways. But when you look at things and you see how they behave, you end up understanding or seeing like a pattern. And so when you see the pattern, what you will create is usually a mashup of what already exists. So usually hamburger menus are located either on the top left or top right section of the screen. From time to time you will have them in a tab at the bottom right, but that's not often. It's also combined with settings or profile in these things. But the pattern being the hamburger menu is usually on the top left and stays on the top left and doesn't move depending on the screen that you are on. And so, right, it's basically something like this. You click on it, it expands, or it does something, it has an animation that do something about it. So that's the way that you will do the research for, let's say, how it behave, like an hamburger menu can, could, might, may behave. And you go on Pinterest, you look for shit, you find the shit that you want, that's one stuff. And then, once you have done this on Pinterest, you go to another place, and you go to Dribble, for example. It didn't make me hungry. And then you do for a burger menu. Again, you take a look at the fuck they are. So let's do mobile version because we're on the mobile version. And because we're on Dribble, we will find things that just makes absolutely no sense. Because Dribble, as in, this makes no sense to me. Like you cannot have the hamburger menu here and the hamburger menu here. No, you cannot. That's not allowed. Like, this is okay. This is not okay either, but like you cannot, right? So, but you get a pattern that is different on Dribble than the one that you had on Pinterest, and then you can go to pattern. So I forgot patterns.com, which now is not free. Shit, it used to be free. Fuck me. Let's see, call to IDs. What do you mean? Let me see if I can just find the thing that I'm looking for, but then I will continue to do shit. Anyways, that I can't find the thing. What I'm trying to say is, when you are trying to create the UX, being the layout, the construction of the page, the research is finding inspiration, finding references, and then creating something mashed up from these references that you have. So if you find references that push your points in a different direction than the thing that you had in mind in the beginning, maybe go with that, with the references, because changing the user behavior is complicated. So that's why I recommend to follow known patterns first. But then I also push for new stuff. So the main example being Snapchat. Snapchat and Tinder are the two main examples of new patterns coming in. They came in, Tinder swipe left and right didn't really exist before. They just came in, they said that's the way that we do things now. People were like, that never gonna go. And now if you don't have a swipe left and right for the validations or check or whatever, it feels weird. Snapchat navigation of full screen swipes is currently the default, right? You're on Instagram, you swipe on the full screen, you go to your messages, swipe on the other side, you can go to your camera. That's Snapchat that created this behavior. And this wasn't the pattern at the time. But for some things, like if you are using some stuff that are common and you want your product to be used by common people, you need to follow the common user patterns, which is sometimes a bit annoying. And I would always push for you to find a new, better way to do stuff, but sometimes it's complicated. Anyways, when it comes to personas and like research methodologies, user stories, job to be done, all that, I will say something that I've said before, but maybe don't follow my advice here. For me, personally, these types of stuff are bullshit and mostly useless. They could be useful, but the way that most people are using them is very bad. Specifically, personas is the worst. The worst used research methodology over and across all the companies that I've worked at. The personas have always been the worst thing that I've seen. The point on that is user persona that you create is the ideal user base. Here you go, hi, welcome on in. How are you? How was your bit? It's the ideal user that you want in your platform, but also you create the most unideal. I don't know if that's the worst user potential as well, to like combat both of these. And then you need. I am in Japan, yes. That's why we are. It's late. That's why it's late. For you, at least, I guess. So you're creating the ideal persona for your product, and so of course everything works. And then your user will never be your ideal persona. It will never work. It will never be the case. You will never have your ideal persona on your platform. Never. So I don't recommend it. I don't know if I can send you food. I might have a partnership with a Japanese box of treats. That could be nice. I do. Wasabi here is so nice. And then for jobs to be done, have you seen that shit? Let me see if I can find it. If I can find it, I'll send it in chat. I think I need more boobs, less boobs. Sorry. 30 packages? Yeah. Shut up. Let me see. Do I have? Can I see? No. High school DD will do, yeah. So the the usual meme of this thing that that's basically what like the design and the UX. When you do the research with the persona, you're creating your ideal user, and so you're saying, well, my ideal user is going through the path, the paved path, because that's the way that I want it to go. And then your user every time is saying, fuck it, no, I can go faster if I just go diagonally right there. Why not do that? So, right? Easy. So I don't recommend them. And then you say deep dive case study isn't really needed. You only need the essential things. The thing that you need to know is defining the personas, defining the flows, defining all the things in the research. In reality, is not for your product. It is for your CEO and your stakeholders and your managers that don't understand how things are defined or how things work, right? That don't understand these behavior of changing like stuff. So every time that I do a presentation in my company, it's basically to prove a point. I'm there to just say, well, and prove a point to my CEO, to my devs, or to people who don't have the same knowledge as me, which makes a lot of sense, right? You can't have only people that understand the design lingo on all of that. Yeah, Hugo, also, yes, this seems to be the best time, which is late night Europe, evening US, early morning Asia, which I think seems to be, or East Asia, seems to be what? Yeah. Yeah. So seems to be the best for now. I'm looking at this one, and it's what should have happened, basically. The unobserved design and the user experience, then that's what should have happened. Anyways, so if you know, as you said, if you know that you are aiming your good feels, that's good. I will do my best. Right, if you know that you are building a persona to be catered to, or to help you I'm thinking at the same time. The user persona that you define is used by the entirety of the company or entirety of the team that works in a specific product to get the alignment, right? That way you don't derail and say, well, maybe if we have a grandma in our product that has low vision, doesn't speak English, has never used this type of product before, how do you cater to them? Well, that's not the goal. The goal is to cater to the target audience, which is your ideal persona, but you need to take it into consideration that your ideal persona doesn't and will never exist. So persona-wise, right, that's a way of structuring meetings and structuring discussion. If someone like a manager or CEO is saying, well, what happened if we have this type of user here, then you could say, well, we don't give a shit about that. We need to focus on our main target audience. But that's also something that I say. I use the word target audience rather than persona, because persona is specific. It's a description of a singular entity of a user that is the best one that you have. Your target audience is a broader term that encloses like a broader, more vague description of the user base. As in, a persona would be someone who is 27 years old, who have worked in tech for the past 10 years, who understand Excels and online shopping, for example, has a pain point with X and X, right? And that's extremely specific, whereas when you are defining your target audience, you're usually saying things like, we want people from 18 to 46 with a range of knowledge with tech that is from mildly experienced to highly trained. So that gives you ranges, and then you can work with that. So I think that's better. But that way you get the like, if you define your target audience, you get a way better overall thing. So what I could say for you, if you wanted to do that, you define your target audience and then you pick 3 potential personas that you don't define too much, but that can help. And then for everything else, the jobs to be done, basically that meme right here, the job to be done here on that situation is to get from point A, which is here, to point B, which is here. The job that you define is one path right here, and the user defined another path being straighter, not going through this point right here. And so the job to be done, if you let the user have an option to do it another way than the one that you have defined as the standards, they will use the one that best fits them. So, right, this one said, well, I have the ability to do that, but I also have the ability to go straight across. And it works. It does the same thing. And it's shorter, so I will do that. So, defining your jobs to be done as vague and specific as possible is the most annoying thing, but it's also a good technique. So, overall, that's a lot of explanation for a simple question. But the case study things is coming after the project is done. That's the thing that I've said before. When you create a case study, you are building things on top of something that has been finished and that you have worked on for the past 3-6 months, and then you have released it, and then you create a case study as a marketing presentation to showcase your skills or your company's skills, internally or externally. And then you use that. Okay, things are finished when you get paid. But yeah, no, things are never finished. But if you're in an agency, right, when the client paid and they have the product, then they come back for a new project, which is an upgrade or an update of the thing that you build with them. Otherwise, I agree. Nothing is ever finished. I mean, MySpace finished. But yeah, no, it's so. In terms of product, as long as there is funding, the product is never finished. Yes, I agree. Yeah, they always update. They're not finished. I mean, they are updating. They are getting better with time. And yeah, I agree. Shit. Why am I so tired? What the fuck did I do last night? Yeah. But getting rid of, I mean, an update doesn't mean an upgrade, right? An update is just up to date. So it's not necessarily an upgrade, and then getting rid of things is usually an upgrade because you make the app faster, because you have less clunky things that are not used in the way, so that goes away. But yeah, to go back to the UX research behavior, right? It's pretty simple. It's just you as a designer, you need to know about the methods, the methodologies, the way to conduct some interviews, but then you need to know them because you know that they are useless. But they are useful in some situation, but most of the time they are useless. They don't help you to be creative. They usually help you to be more focused on some stuff. So, sorry for banging the mic so many times. So I would not tell you to not know and not learn about them. I would highly encourage you to learn and master them as soon as you can. Do as many interviews, do as many case studies as you can in the beginning, so that you can get rid of creating these things in the future. But also, that's my way of working, right? I am the most lazy person when it comes to the thing that I have to do. I'm trying to find the easiest way for me to get the same result faster. So when I find something that I don't understand, I immerse myself for like a week or 2 weeks in that thing, and I breathe these things, I dream, sweat the same thing, like it's the same thing for 2 weeks. But then after 2 weeks, I become a master of that stuff, and I don't need to go back to that again. So when I encounter the methodologies for the first time, I am highly invested in understanding how they work. And then when I have understood, I'm like, yeah, this is bullshit. Good to know. So I don't need them. But maybe for you get like a UX methodology of research that match with you, and it's something that I say is bullshit for me, but then for you it's like, it's not bullshit, it's really useful, and I really like the fact that this exists. then that's also true. That's a thing that works for you, and that's a methodology that will be perfect for your use case of getting the job done with your skills. So, right, always think about all of these options, and then you learn about them, the methodologies, and as soon as you have mastered them, you will also see that most of the UX research and most of the UI research have some similarities in them. That's something that I would recommend you specifically to find for yourself. I don't want to give you like the similarities, because there are similarities for me, as we always say, because ADHD brain and dyslexia brain that I have make me really pick up on patterns, or some types of patterns. There are things that feels like similarities for me that may not seem like similarities for you, and that you may define as differences, which is fine. But just to know, right, I pick up on stuff that might not be the most common stuff. Anyways, I said stuff too many times. Right, Stony, I see issues on the text right here. What is that? Also, why still there? Why still have 25%, 28% of the profile picture in black and white? I think I know what that is, but you know what? It's not I think. I know what that fucking thing is. That's your overlay. That's your overlay that you put on top of things to make the content black and white, and it's still right. It's still there. It's still popping through. I did end up looking at it. I said a lot of things. Yeah, I what I said was, Sassy, welcome back, for real. So what I said here is the drop down thingy right there makes no sense to me. I don't know what. It's a button class, but also it's what is breaking the content. You have an SVG class with an icon. I don't understand. I just know, I know what it is. I just don't understand what that thing is. It doesn't seem to be a close button. Oh, and now I clicked on it, it disappeared. Shit. Well, fine. Not the drop down that Harvard, no, these. I should have, yeah, well, fine. these things right here makes no sense. It doesn't work for a breadcrumb. It's better to have like a breadcrumb static, because what you want to do is make the user go back to the previous stage to be able to get the depth. So if you have multiple categories, yeah, the quick navigation is not something that we use on breadcrumbs. Like, you kind of need to. I mean, I get it. We don't recommend it. The thing that we do, though, if you want to quickly navigate back, I could recommend you to do something like this, right? So you get that out of the way, So if that would be the option that you have or you want, do I have a drop down menu? I do. It will be weird, but one second. Oh, the habit of having a trackpad. So, I would say if you had the ability to do something like this, where you get your breadcrumbs and then you get the ... So you get the home that will always bring you to the home page. And then you get the ... and then where you are located at the moment. And so right now you could hover that thing and then say, can I have? No. Hover? No. Doesn't have a background or whatever. But if it's selected, right, you get your pages, and then no shortcut. Then you can quickly go back to the pages themselves, right? I did touch Figma today, indeed. I think it's on the me thing, Tony. Not really a real issue. I think it's a my computer issue. But yeah, in terms of navigation, this is a bit weird. It's not a bad. It's not a bad. Bad behavior. It's just not a behavior that we have seen in terms of breadcrumbs. The other thing that right now is not really visible on these things, which I wish we could see better, but right here, can I have, do we have more? Right? Sometimes things are very dark, and we recommend them to be lighter to have less impact in your readability of the content. So, shit. Still not used to that fucking keyboard. Right, if I were to do that, just put that out. Right. Took me a while. So if you have both of these, you can see the top section, right? The top one, the settings is still readable, but it's muted compared to the bottom section. And so maybe the bottom section is the harvest state. I will still have the outline as you created it. Makes more sense. But right now, this is really, really visible. And when you look at your arrow, I haven't used the feature section. I ignored the entire chat. Okay, don't worry about it. Just tired. See, the gray that you have here, I would use it as well on the text because it's a previous one, and the current one I would have like a bit of brighter, darker, more visible element. So the one that we use here is a dark primary color, so it's a purple-ish thing. However, it could potentially be the 600 to be more bright, but it's less accessible depending on the user color. So it's better to just get the darker one. Anyways, so for your breadcrumbs, I would just say the quick access is a bit weird, and this could be replaced by the dot slash. I would use slashes rather than chevron because it's a path, but also I don't know. Right, you can see how Notion is doing things, right? Slashes, then you need to go back there, then you go here. I don't think I have, or I do. How the fuck do you open that in a... Yeah, it's just weird for me. I don't know. Anyways. Right, home, things. I hate Notion. I don't like it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, fuck. So, Kane, to answer your question about this new feature section feature, I will use it. I just don't have the time yet. But going back to Andra, if you're still lurking, I appreciate it first of all. But if you're still here, that will also work for you. I will use the section for documentation. So anything that is related to some main components will be in a section specifically here, right? All of my main components there, I will 100% create a section saying that these are the main component. So it's not a frame, it's a section, and it's section for main component navigation, all that, right? That will happen, but for now, I don't have the use case, so not happening. not happening. And yes, I was trying to get full page. I know how to do it, but it's also weird. Stony, did I zoom on something? I did. That button is not. I'm not saying that it's not good to have an egg, but it's not circle. I think I need a refresh on this one. I think you did. I think you did fix the weird button, but I just... It doesn't appear right now. Usually is the case. And then I need to wait for the... need to wait for the screensaver thing a bit. So, yeah. Trying to read chat is complicated. It's just a tiny screen. Yes, good. I don't get it. I don't get the brain. I don't get my brain. My brain is dead. Anyways, I think that we can look at the thing later. Music. Music is the... Should we get a backdrop from a show? If you go on a show, you get the backdrop? Oh yeah, that's true. Well... no. Yes? Yeah, click on the most annoying one. And if you go into posters, right? Yeah, that works. Yep. That's fixed. That was a weird flash, but yeah, okay, fine. So. Music. Is that on purpose? At the bottom, right there. I'm clicking on things that have covers because maybe it works, but also, yeah. So you have the player that goes across above stuff. And then it highlights itself. Does it take ages because I'm far away? Oh. Okay. Okay. Started playing on your end? Shit. My bad. So weird. Started playing for you. But you have a lot of overlapping things that makes no sense to me. So what you're saying is, if you're logged in into the same account, it does the same thing across multiple computers? It's interesting. That is interesting. That's fine. So, first thing first, what's bothering me the most? Well, turns out what's bothering me is the fact that it's not it's a half pixel grid. Can I half pixel grid it? So basically at 8. I know you're on yeah, something. Anyways, what's bothering me is this. Your bottom section is not like, you have 8 at the bottom, but you have 10 here, so you know, aligning things. Yeah, I know that you're saying that it has been done a few hours ago, but still, you can do a lot of stuff in a few hours. I've seen you work. You're fast. And same here. That is. That's a lot of difference. That is a lot of difference. I know, it's very fast. Much faster. But overall, right, without the alignment issues, because I'm an OCD type of person, the thing is good. Like, my main complaints about it is alignments and placements. So the rest is pretty cool. The alignment here with your album gradient background thingy here that just doesn't end at the end of the page with the purple in the background, that bothers me. But you fixed that. Good job. And then I will probably reach, like, say, having it higher makes more sense sometimes. Sometimes I forgot I could do that. Also, I think I just lost music. But right here, you have your player. Sorry for this one. But your player is higher, which makes more sense to me. But also, The reason why I'm saying it should be higher is mainly because of iPhones and the bar that will be at the bottom for the navigation. So and that's a weird thing as well, the fact that on click I think it's the entire card that just open the thing. Okay, good. So if it's a special class for iPhones, then don't worry about it. It's good. Your hover effect is good. Your selection effect is good. I would use the lighter fonts rather than this purple right here.
Stop it.
It plays on my side as well. It's not so good. Let me check. I need to make sure that stream doesn't hear it. So that's cool. The animation that you added on the tiny icon, that is pretty good. Have a good rest of your day, Danny. We'll see you in the next one. I don't know when the next one will be. Will be on Monday probably. But yeah, have fun. Thanks a lot. And yeah, that's why I'm here. Oh yeah, I had a question about that page that you sent me. Sorry, I just froze for a second. Do we really need the album at the top, the text, I mean? Not the album title, just the text that says album. I'm like, maybe, I mean, I like the design choice of album in caps. The placement is good. I'm happy with it. But I don't think it's useful. I mean, I think you should have different like different pages depending on if you're on an artist or on an album page, having something a bit different, right? So I don't know. Oh, that's what you did. I wouldn't have the black background behind the player at the bottom. Also, sorry, I'm giving you like so many things at the same time. Holy shit. Why? Why so tired? Why? I need to understand. I need to understand why I'm so tired. Maybe because usually I'm out walking at that time. I don't know. Yeah, also it's been 3 hours. Good. Drink! Thank you. Maybe I should drink some water, yeah? I haven't unsubscribed from the gym in Paris, no. No, haven't. The I mean, it's free, so I can get a refund on I can get a refund on my monthly thing. My company is paying for it, so it's basically free. So I don't give a shit. That's the benefits. Like I'm thinking about the discount that I will apply to my flight to Japan because it was expensive, but also it's fine. I need to figure some things out to happen. And Stony, can you expand a bit on the black is a side effect? I kind of want to understand what you mean by that. Damn. Let me small break. Bathroom, all that. That's better. That's better without the background. Also, I like the fact that when I clicked on it to change screen, just went straight to screensaver. But yeah, no, that's better, I think. Tassie, have a good rest of your night. It is indeed late-ish for you. Yeah. Jackson, hi. I'm on early. I started at 7:30 in the morning, yes. Early as fuck. And how are you, Jackson? How have you been? Stony, why are you triggering the fucking screensaver when I'm doing stuff? I am this close to recommend stuff that you don't like. Where? Oh. Switch say no. Oh, the dyslexia took over.
Oh, my man.
Wasn't it in the settings? What the fuck? I have absolutely forgotten where it is. Like, I think it's there. But I don't know. So, the thing that I was about to say, you'll probably kill me for it, is you know what? You could do that as well. That's true. That is true. Let me refresh that. Oh. Oh, it's fucking cold. I don't understand how the temperatures work here. It's just so weird. I was about to say potentially, maybe. You know what? Maybe could be a thing. Just can we have like a yeah, no, normally the fucking stuff go through as well, but I don't know. I think I clicked on something that didn't work. I want to see something else than this profile picture, please. That is maybe I'm too fast.
Oh, shit.
Fuck me. It's the first time that I can see that my camera is telling me that it's overheating. So, perfect. I found a thing that is I don't know what happened, but something happened. What I was about to say earlier, that I said you might want right later. Why not have some glass effect right here? You know, right? Like getting some transparency here. Not too much, but a bit of transparency and backdrop filter blow. A tad. Tad. Right? It's cute. It's cute. Then you have issues with the, I mean, I have issues with the phone. How do you define... I don't know. That's something I don't know. How do you define the line break or hyphen? Have like a memory of like a max width being in 20 ch for characters or something like this, right? Wasn't that the way? I forgot. Oh, it just broke down because the font is too big, I think. Sorry. Just fucked up everything. Let me refresh. I don't wanna. Don't wanna break stuff. I mean, I do break stuff, but anyways, it's just the idea was just potentially getting a bit of glass behind the player, and then the idea that comes with that is, why not have the same player here in a card? Oh, we have the same issues. It came back. It came back. I'm tired as fuck. I am tired as fuck. Don't know why it's overeating though. It's just sad. It's the first time. Is that because it's a Sony battery inside? I don't know. It has the mic plugged in. Just needs to process more stuff. So I am thinking out loud. We'll see. We'll see on the next stream. It disappeared now. Anyways, right? I don't know. Also, things that I'm just looking at right now, specifically, you cannot have the navigation in retracted here. It is not an allowed option. I am sorry to tell you that now, but you cannot. The reason for that being your playlist will probably not have an icon, and even if it has an icon, it will be the same for everything. So you cannot. You mean to tell me I need to refresh? Okay. Okay. Right. Good. Better. Place the image is the first item, then you have the title. Interesting. I still think there's too much space in between these two things. Should I? Can I? No. Really interesting that this bitch ass square just pops in every 5 pixel. I don't know. It's weird. Oh yeah, that will be applied to everything, right? Drink! Thank you. Okay. So you have, I'm looking for the spacing. You have a bit of space on the right side of that item. I mean, spacing, margin, padding thing right there, margin at 24. I would potentially say 16. Even then, I would say 8 makes more sense to me. And then here, the thing that I wanted to get was the font weight being interesting that it doesn't affect the thing that I'm trying to touch per se. Because I'm a dumbass? Yes, probably. Probably is the case, yes? Yeah, that is the case. So I'm thinking that was a mistake, first of all. I'm thinking font weight needs to be applied to this specific one, right? Font weight. Okay. That's better. All right, let's zoom in a bit. So, what I did, less space on the right side of the icon to get more width on the titles, if that's an option. Might be a bit weird on the last one, to be honest. I haven't, maybe it needs to be 10 for some reason rather than 8, but still, less spacing makes more sense to me. Also, the non-active navigation thing, having like a 300 or potentially even a 200 font weight to make them like really different than the other ones. I think that could help for navigation's sake. I know that we were not supposed to take a look at or like touch on the sidebar again, but it's just bothering me. The amount of space is bothering me, and the legibility of the text. Like, it makes everything so bold that I kind of want to have like a bit of differences. It feels like you have your main fonts that is set to 400 on everything, and like unless like you go 400 or 600, I have a feeling that it would be better to just swap some things out, specifically like here, for example, these ones, the font weight that is set to 400 could go through. But right, I didn't know you had the direct thing. Yeah, I think a 200 may work. It will change the feel of the of that entire thing, 100%. Right. Like, it makes, specifically when you're looking at it from far away, if I'm zooming in, it's a bit biased, but when you look at the first one and when you look at the second one, you can really see the difference in importance that you give to the title of the song. You could revert it with the 200 being the top section, the bold-ish 400 regular being the artist, but then it looks disproportionate. I mean, they will have the same visual weight. So I think, personally, specifically if you are here, you can really see like a bit of a difference in text, which I think is good. But all that, because I think in the player it could be interesting to have the same thing. And going to this player, right, as you can see, they have a similar font weight. It's not exactly similar, I think it's like one away. But what they did as well is, instead of being pure white for the artist name, they use either an opacity or a lighter gray. Can also be a thing that we can use. on that. Yeah. Could also be a thing. Yeah, I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. Oh, shit. So the layout or reorganization that I was talking about specifically on mobile, but here is the same thing. I would still have the more button on the top right. Potentially next to it, the like button. So like and menu right there. And then the play could stay here, but it will feel lonely, so I would place it where it was at the start. If you're on start, right, on hover, you have the play button on top of something. So do that, but or you swapped. You swapped mid title and 200. Interesting. I mean, you can. You can. Damn it. Yeah, well, tired. So what I was saying is the favorite heart icon plus the menu icon, I would place them in the top right section of the banner. It works as well on mobile, technically, because you have album. So if you keep the album thing, it will be perfect on mobile. If you don't keep the album thing, as I said earlier, then it might be an issue. So maybe keep the album thing. And then the play button either underneath the various artist thing or on top of the media, album cover media thing. That could help. And so what that left us or leaves us with here is the search. And it's weird. I don't know. I am. You will probably. If I understand correctly, right, the search instead of an album or an artist is filtering only on what's underneath, right? So if I click here, it will just filter this, which, yeah. So what I'm thinking, because I would swap the icon and the text. So put the icon on the far right and put the search bar above the numbers, because that way you will type stuff, visually type stuff, kind of align with the title of the thing. and that looks better, right? Oh shit. Sorry. So this one, what is your size, your side size? How is that defined? Don't fight too much though. Don't fight too much. Why not 0? And in this thing, in this thing, in this thing, I never know where you place your display flex thingy. Like it's still not something that I've like mastered, understood. So if I put it flex and then flex direction reverse? Nope. You like to be mysterious. Good. I could technically just do that, right? Can I do that? Does that work? Nope. Anyways, I think that's better. That I know it's much easier for you, but don't worry about it. You're fighting with the navigation, which I can see you have changed. That is so weird. So yeah, I think something like this in terms of the positioning of the search may be better for me, with a swap of the icon and the text, not just a swap of the entire content. Right, these things makes more sense to me, but yeah, I think that works. The player at the bottom is good, and yeah, that does put an emphasis on the search though, so that pushes the user to look for something, and that may be good. May be good. All right. I absolutely can't see my keyboard when I'm here. Just so weird. Holy shit. Sorry. Just saw something. It was like, damn. good. Hi. I'll do that. That's true. That is true. Not deleting is a good thing. Not deleting is a good thing. I, however, need to go. Yes. So, I will send you to Humming, who is currently playing Cult of the Lamb. And, right, it's been a while. She changed her camera setup type thingy, which is fun. But you did good. I think the font still needs to have like a bit of a change norms. Welcome back with re-rating. Bit of a change here and there, but that's fine overall. The player is good. The mobile version is good if you do the changes that I just did. I think the font is good. The accent is good. It's just for the navigation section on default, I would have 200 on hover, 400 and active 400 with the background. That would make way more sense to me. But yeah, on that note, I hope you have a good rest of your day. As always, we are rating, and yeah, what else? What else should I say at this point? I don't know. I will probably be back on Monday, unless I'm dead. In which case, right? Can't come back. But take care of yourself, and all that. Bye.